back to a different Switch title that I personally am like peaking on excitement for. But Splatoon 2 is having they're bringing back the global test fire, and there's going to be a demo of Splatoon 2 released in late March.
On the
Switch.
On the Nintendo Switch.
On the 24th.
Yes, the global test fire will be going between the 24th and the 26th at like random hours of the day, which is really fucking weird.
Dude, it's happening, there's 6 1-hour sessions at, I think it's either like 12 noon, 8 p.m., and I think there's one at 3 p.m., hopefully for like everybody across the world to like... Hopefully one of those times appeals to your schedule.
I remember 2 years ago when Splatoon originally was coming out and they had the same thing going on, and Justin and I were trying to like stream it, and people would be on our stream waiting for us to do the test fire because it was like people were like really excited for this 1 hour of play.
Yeah, totally.
And it's very specific that it's like 3 p.m. to 3:59. It does not go to 4.
Did you guys play in the Wii U global test fire for Splatoon?
I played at your house. I was there.
You were there.
Oh yeah, you totally were there. I love Splatoon. I'm so excited
what you get
for
here.
this.
I liked it when when we did that test fire. Like I had a good time with it. I didn't end up buying it
because we didn't think it was going to be like a good idea to play on a Wii, the fucking tablet, and move it around.
I mean, the game did okay, right? Like, I mean, it wasn't like
it did phenomenally well.
Yeah.
It almost had a 1-to-1 ratio for like Wii U consoles in the market.
Oh wow!
Like it sold ridiculously well.
We were the only outliers.
Alex, this is the weirdest thing. It sold so well, but like for me personally, like none of you guys had it. Like I had one other friend who had it, and we played a couple of times, and it was great. Like it's such a good game. Like
this is Justin saying, "Please buy the."
But
I'm
gonna get. I want to get the second one. So I will play. Yeah,
I will also get the second one.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for it.
So we were talking about this a little bit before.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a sequel.
Well, hang on.
No.
I want you to express your feelings because I've had a perspective shift on exactly this topic.
Yeah, but I mean, you explained your perspective. I like your perspective.
So
yeah,
but
wait, hold on.
You told me that it was a new. Sorry.
Okay.
Alex, go for it.
Never mind.
I'm just saying, this is not like a straight up sequel. Like it's sort of like a
traditional sequel.
It's not a traditional sequel. It's like a kind of a revamp of the Wii U version with like added characters, weapons, and
few and levels.
Attacks.
Yeah.
And levels. Yeah.
Alex, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
And I'm just putting you on the spot because like you teed it up.
Let's do it.
Can you tell me the difference between modern Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3?
Absolutely not.
Okay, if you were to guess what the difference between those games are, what would you tell me?
About a year.
Those
Nice.
games in that franchise.
Is there a campaign mode in Splatoon?
Yeah, a very, very brief one, but it's not anything to write
It's
home
the
about.
tutorial.
So
They are
So
different.
no.
Okay.
So
Hold on.
in the
so this
context of like
is an online only game.
no.
I see. Hold on.
This is my question. Yeah, like is it like is
okay,
there a
ready?
campaign that you're getting a new campaign
it's
for?
90-10. It's 90-10. There is a campaign that you can play, but it's this mission-based weird mode that's not great. It's not what the game is. The majority of the game is
that
online
going
content.
to be in the second game?
The same, from what I understand, and I don't know if this is for certain, but the one that was in Splatoon 2, that like tutorial trial
The one that was
single player
Splatoon 1?
mode,
Splatoon 1.
yeah, Splatoon 1 will be in Splatoon 2.
So it's just
But
a
in
tutorial?
Splatoon 2, they have all of the same weapons, but new ones, all of the same levels, but new ones, better graphics, and presumably different things.
So even Call of Duty doesn't do that. Like, they are different games each time. Maybe because they're made by different like developers each time.
yeah, that's true.
But
I
like
didn't consider that.
they like while the like experience is similar, they are separate games. They have different campaigns, they have different weapons, they take place in different time periods.
Yeah.
So I mean I see where you're going with this.
It's like fundamentally, it's like those games hinge on their online multiplayer,
Yeah.
which are gun combat with weird kill streaks and all this sort of stuff. And Splatoon also has that, but like updated. Like it's everything that
Yeah.
that Splatoon 1 was,
Yeah.
and it is that, but just updated.
It's weird to me to call that Splatoon 2.
I totally get that, and I totally get
really
that.
like what you were saying, like in our chat
earlier
earlier
today. Yeah.
I mean, you were saying, why don't you say it? What were you saying earlier?
So I was basically saying that like the concept of Splatoon 2 is really exciting to me because, like I was saying before, I had Splatoon 1, I had one other friend to play it
Right.
with, and it was a great game. I truly, truly enjoyed my time with it, but I don't think it ever hit that, like, I don't think it hit its apex, at least within my gaming community,
Right.
Of, like, its potential, right? And now with Splatoon 2, I feel like the adoption rate is going to be huge, so it's sort of reintroducing this game into the market, right? In a way that's going to have so much greater saturation. Right. So many more people are going to be introduced to this game and this experience that I think it's going to dramatically shift what the online experience is going to be like, especially from a friend-to-friend standpoint.
I mean, we've seen that happen before, like
and
Rocket League is the same thing.
Yeah, and I can totally respect that. Like, I think that's a good reason to get excited about it.
Even a game without friend codes. It won't have friend codes.
I mean, it still feels a little disingenuous to me to call it like a sequel. But I mean, I get it being, excited to like get back into this game you love with potentially, us on board and friends that are a bigger community.
For sure.
If you just called it Splatoon, I feel like no one would know, or no one. No one would care that there was new stuff.
Marketing-wise,
You're
it's
right,
like
so they should
necessary.
No, but I mean, there is new stuff in it.
Marketing-wise, it would be like almost necessary to say Splatoon 2 is going to be like a new experience, but it's not going to be. Like, I can understand it from a business perspective.
It's a revamp, though. It's not a sequel.
Right, but what I'm also saying is like,
would that make you feel better? It's like a Kingdom Hearts turn.
I wouldn't like it, but I mean, it's like Kingdom Hearts 1.5, like, those make sense, as stupid as their titles are. Like, they're these halfway periods. Like,
right.
This is not a brand new game. Like, it is taking the game and adding, like, this nice top
hold on.
frosting on it.
So, if there were, like, for instance, if we were to think about, like, I'm just thinking, like, Smash Brothers, and the time in between was giant, and, mechanics and hardware changed significantly during the times between each of those, right?
Right.
Minus, like, Brawl and 4, really. But the difference to me would be, like, things like different UI, different mechanics, like slightly different changes to, say, like maybe the actual like combat. Maybe that would push it to the point where it's actually like somewhat of a more traditional true sequel, right?
Yeah.
If it's literally
a sequel, to me, it's a sequel, just has a different core.
Well, I mean, how much new content is it?
I would agree with what Chow was saying before, where he was saying that it's more of a marketing move, because from a content perspective, I think that it's like 70% of what Splatoon 1 was is in Splatoon 2, and then this extra 30% is a few new levels, a couple new weapons, a couple new like ultra attacks and stuff, and a totally fresh coat of paint. Like, if you do look at Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 side by side, it's dramatic how like Splatoon 2 is beautiful. Like, it is a very
it's
clear
exactly what I would
visual
expect
upgrade
from an HD remake.
For sure.
It is. Like,
no,
you
but
get the bonuses
I totally get that.
Yeah.
But if they changed it where, say, like, the sniper rifle shot farther, or there's like a slightly different mechanic to, say, like the Uzis or the paintbrush, right? They're adding new mechanics with they're adding new weapons, which changes up the
Uzis or whatever,
right? Which changes up some of the combat modes and like the one-on-ones. But then on top of that, if they added like maps where the maps are now much larger, would you call that 1 or 2?
Here's the thing. Even the maps comment, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but like the maps comment is an interesting one, because like fundamentally, and it's hard to explain, because Splatoon exists in this sort of weird space where it's not like, when you play something like a Modern Warfare or a Smash or something, all the characters and levels are available to you all the time. With something like Splatoon, any individual day, like one day that you're playing the game, you have 4 levels available to you. 2 in one mode, 2 in another. And then the next day that you play the game, so if you play on Friday, you'll have 2 levels that day. And then when you play on Saturday, there will be 2 different levels. And when you play on Sunday, it'll be 2 different levels. And then when you play on Monday, it'll be the levels from Friday. You know what I mean? So it's like, it keeps cycling them in a weird way. So part of me is thinking, like, if they only added like 3 new stages, you know what I mean? By the way that it like circulates throughout the week or what have you, it's gonna feel more fresh, right? Because at any given time, presumably only one of the levels that's available on any day of the week might be an old level that you played. You know what I mean?
If Titanfall 2 didn't have a campaign and it was just multiplayer, would that feel more sequel-like?
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Massive changes to mechanics.
If you can take your first game, Splatoon 1, and you can add, and you just add DLC to it, and you get to Splatoon 2, that's not a sequel.
But what if they were changing, again, what I was saying, like mechanics with the weapons? What if they changed that, just slight tweaks to everything?
It's not, it's like...
What if those mechanics are different?
There are...
The point he's trying to make is, what if we pick up Splatoon 2 and the mechanics are different, and we are noticing changes?
It's still like... it's still built on this foundation from the first game. Like they're literally taking things and then adding on top of it. It's not this new core experience. And that's
I didn't play
is. Like,
Titanfall 1 or 2.
I mean, ultimately, I think it boils.
Me a favor.
I think ultimately it boils down to it being a marketing decision, because if it said Splatoon HD or Splatoon 1.5 or something, I think, and I mean, you had made the point
I think
earlier.
we were all rightfully like wary when they said Splatoon 2 and we heard it was going to be Splatoon 1 with extra features.
Yeah.
Like all of us were, including like the gaming communities and population, were all like, wait.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a worthwhile like game or it's not going to be fun, but it like again, this is just like a second thing Nintendo's done in the past like I mean, since I heard about the Switch, like it feels
like
a little disingenuous.
It's like the sixth thing that they've done in the past 3 months.
Like they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to freeze this moment in time. Episode 67 of the TZR podcast, when we're talking about Splatoon 2, and I want us to fast forward to whenever the fuck it comes out in April or May or whatever, and we're playing Splatoon 2, and we get to like rap about it for a second, because dude,
yeah, all right, I'm excited for that moment too.
It's great.
I won't be able to say whether or not it actually feels like a sequel, but I will be able to say whether or not I'm enjoying it.
But you played with the motion controls.
I guarantee if you guys spend any amount of time with it, you will also play with motion controls.
But how's it going to work with the
gyroscopes in the Switch controllers?
So you can use,
the Pro controller is what he's asking.
I don't know, but like, you can't play that on your TV.
Yeah, you can, in the grip. Because the Joy-Cons still have gyros.
Right.
Yeah.
I guarantee you guys will play with motion controls. You have the option to not, but I guarantee you will play with motion controls. Because it's
Watch,
like
Alex is
like
gonna not play it and then ruin everything because he's gonna be super fucking good at just the regular controller.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But like after playing extensively in the first one and be like convinced, I was convinced that I was like, I'm not playing with motion controls. Fuck this. Like eventually I switched back and I was like, this just makes more sense. It is just a better experience playing with motion controls.
Sorry, I don't want to prolong this anymore because I know we're going like over on this topic, but that means there's 3 different axis to move, right? There's like left to right with your left thumb, like looking with your right thumb, and then there's also the gyroscope.
The way that I used it is left stick is walking you around.
Yeah.
Right stick is looking left and right, and then the gyroscope is like up, down, and like tilting. You know?
Oh, okay, I see.
So it's like
turning.
So it's like you have 1.5 axis on this.
The control and the other half is
because if you're turning like this, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
right?
and you're looking.
So
away
you're
from the
like
screen.
looking right and like very like fine tuning your aim with the gyro.
Okay,
it's nice. I'm excited for Splatoon 2 global test March 24th through the 26th. It's gonna be dope.
I'm excited.
We're all gonna have a Switch at that point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Look forward to that podcast where we all start talking about Splatoon. That will be
on the beginning of that podcast. We should all just be like here with the video running and just look at our stuff and not talking to each other at all. That'd be hilarious.